St. John of the Cross was a man of fire and silence, of deep suffering and deeper love. Born Juan de Yepes in 1542 in Fontiveros, Spain, he grew up in poverty, shaped early by hardship and loss. Yet from those beginnings emerged a soul drawn irresistibly toward God, not toward comfort or recognition, but toward truth, purification, and union with divine love. As a Carmelite friar and priest, John longed for a life of greater simplicity, prayer, and fidelity to the gospel. That longing found its fulfillment through his remarkable friendship with St. Teresa of Avila, whose courage and spiritual insight matched his own depth. Together they understood the difficult work of reforming the Carmelite order, seeking to return it to a life rooted in contemplation, humility, and total dependence on God. Teresa recognized John's rare spiritual gifts and trusted him deeply, even when the path they walked together brought misunderstanding, resistance, and danger. That danger became painfully real when John was imprisoned by members of his own order who opposed the reform. Locked in a tiny, dark cell, deprived of comfort and dignity, he endured months of suffering. Yet it was there, in that place of apparent abandonment, that some of his most beautiful poetry was born. From the darkness came light. From isolation came intimacy with God. John learned and taught that God often draws souls closer not through sweetness, but through stripping away everything that is not Him. This wisdom found expression in his enduring spiritual writings, especially the Dark Night of the Soul, the Ascent of Mount Carmel, and the Spiritual Canticle. In them, St. John describes the painful yet purifying journey by which God leads the soul into deeper freedom and love. The dark night, he writes of, is not despair, but transformation, a loving work of God that clears the heart of attachments so it can be filled with divine light. St. John of the Cross died in 1591, quietly and faithfully, having given everything to God. He is remembered not only as a doctor of the Church, but as a gentle guide for all who struggle in faith. His life reminds us that suffering, when united to love, can become a path of joy, and that God is never closer than when He seems most hidden. His feast day, December 14, invites us to trust the work God is doing in the dark, and to believe, as St. John did, that love is always leading us home. St. John of the Cross, pray for us.